Biafra War, the world knew that black race have technology of their own, that they can manufacture weapons, that they can bring a game-changing weapons in every war. And one of the weapons that the West were eyeing that time was the weapon of mass destruction that was manufactured by the Biafran soldiers. It is called Ogbunigwe. Ogbunigwe is like version of atomic bomb, a weapon of mass destruction. And if you compare it to what we have today, it's more powerful than all these hypersonic and ballistic missiles that you are seeing today. But you see, the opportunity that Africa lost that time is the opportunity Ukraine refused to lose. Ukraine is entering into the war stage at this moment. Countries like America, Israel, United Arab Emirates, the Gulf nations, they are all now looking at Ukraine, hoping for assistance for Ukraine. Something happened yesterday that changed the world, especially the war between Israel and Iran right now. Iran is now panicking, and Russia knew that the game is over for Iran. But why is it that nobody is talking about this? Now, before I move forward, let me take you back. The reason why I said that Africa lost the opportunity to be at the war stage, where they were supposed to be relying on the Nigeria system if they had, built up a good country and never stop the technology of the Biafran soldiers who manufacture Ogbunigwe, the aeroplane diesel then, and so many bombs, so many kind of things they manufacture to sustain their war. And after the war, Nigeria stopped the University of Science and Technology then that they were using to manufacture all these things. That is the opportunity Africa will never get again. But Ukraine refused that such opportunity will be misused. Now, what happened? Yesterday, the Ukraine that you people don't know that it has power to change the world stepped out and deployed their troops to the Gulf countries. Now, before I move forward, I want you to listen to Zelensky.
There are 201 Ukrainians in the Middle East and Gulf region, and another 34 are ready to deploy. We do not want this terror of the Iranian regime against its neighbors to succeed. And I sent these military experts at the request of our partners, including the United States. We are capable of producing at least 2,000 effective and combat-proven interceptors every day. We can produce more. It depends on investment. We need about 1,000 interceptors a day, and we can supply at least another 1,000 a day to our allies.
Now, I know that so many people will just be thinking and saying in their mind, who is Ukraine? Is it not Ukraine that Russia have been bombarding? Yes. Ukraine is using the opportunity of their weakness to change the world because of the war between their country and Russia. At the beginning of Russia and Ukraine war, after Russia started using hypersonic missiles, of which they are using till tomorrow, but Russia discovered that hypersonic missile is costing millions upon millions of dollars. They now started relying on Iranian drones. Iran started shipping drones to Russia. So Russia every day was using Shahid drones. It cost $50,000. And guess what? To intercept this drone that costs about $50,000, you've got to spend millions of anti-missile systems to intercept it. You know what happened? Ukraine started building $1,000 interceptor to stop Iranian drone that Russia have been using. So when Russia discovered after like 2 years inside this war, Russia have to start relying only on hypersonic missile to penetrate Iran because Iran already built an anti-drone system into their country and it costs just $1,000. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This war that is going on between Iran and Israel and America, what Iran was relying is that the US and Israel cannot sustain this war because their missiles cost a lot. Our ballistic missiles, we know that it is remaining small. We can be using it once in a week or once in a month. Then let us use drone to be fighting. And as you can see, all these Gulf countries, airports, and their refineries, Iran has been using the Shahid drones to, bomb them. And guess what? To intercept these drones, you have to use $1 million just to intercept 50,000 drones. It's not sustainable. Yeah, it's not sustainable. Maybe America can sustain it because they have the money and their budget is $1 trillion, but it doesn't make sense to the end. And that is where Ukraine steps in. Ukraine is now using just $1,000 to counter 50,000 Iranian drones. And Iran is now panicking. This is what they have started yesterday as Ukraine deploys troops to the Middle East. You know why I am saying all these things? Africa lost the opportunity to be at the war stage. Now, everybody is now believing and relying on Ukraine. Ukraine is becoming a powerful country once again. Ukraine, with $1,000, can stop any drone on Earth. Can stop any drone, any war drone on Earth. With $1,000, Ukraine can stop it. This is because the Iranian drones was used against them, and they went into air defense system and counter it. Now, the question I'm putting forth, you know, why I'm trying to explain this thing to people like this is because, you know, after Nigerian and Biafra war, they set up a committee. They called people who were manufacturing bombs and everything, because this is what they have never seen before. Britain, like, they were seeing Biafrans as a threat. The world was seeing them as a threat. Despite the countries that came together to fight against these people, there is no place they were bringing weapons. Gowon block, Calabar, you know, no places that weapons supposed to come into the country. They blocked the air, the sea, everywhere. But these people were sustaining the war, bombing, killing them. Like, they started asking questions. What kind of technology were these people using? So this technology is what the world don't want to come out. And they were able to convince Gowon to, after setting up a committee of these experts, scientists, that they should show them, teach them how to manufacture all these things. They later dismiss them and they make sure that this technology never work again. At that time, they even shut the school, that department. Now, I am telling you this, Africa lost the opportunity to be great. You see, the reason why sometimes if we come out and say there is a problem, like in Nigeria, you can't build the kind of countries that you want to see at this moment. The technology to build all these counter drones and all these things, we have it in Nigeria. We have the human resources. We have people that can build it. The technology that's supposed to enter the war stage and start a game-changing warfare. We have it. But where is the system to build it? If you want to build it, they will see you as a threat. They will eliminate you. Before you doubt me, there was a 20-something years old Air Force personnel in Nigeria, a Yoruba girl. Go and ask question how the girl died. You see, in Africa, especially Nigeria, we have two cultures, two value systems packed up into one country. Or more than two value systems. They pack them up in a country. Because of that, it is very difficult for you to advance, because what you want, others don't want it. What others want, you don't want it. And you are in the same country. We have all this technology. We can do it. But no opportunity to do it. You see why we have been saying that we want to build a country. We need to build a country. And people will say, you are already in one. Why can't you join hands and let us build Nigeria? Is it a matter of joining hands? No, is it a matter of joining hands? A country, you can't elect a leader that can lead you. The military cannot fight independent. The military cannot consistently kill terrorists. They will dismiss you or they will wipe you away for killing terrorists. People have the ideology of supporting the terrorists. Like, you cannot progress in such a country. Africa have the greatest problem. This problem was in Europe before. Remember this former Yugoslavia? Remember this European Union that people are praising today? They have to go into their different countries. Former Roman Empire consists of so many countries, especially these Latin countries. You know, I call them Latin countries, the French, the Portugal, the Spain, Italy, all these countries. I call them Latin countries because their language, if you can understand French, Portuguese language, Spanish, Italian language, if you just know Latin, you can understand the rest of the language, because all of them is like a Latin language from the former Roman Empire. What I'm trying to say is this: the world is changing, and only people who can advance in technology can make it in life. Look at Ukraine is now changing the war in the Middle East. And I can tell you that because of this, the air defense system that America was deploying to all these Gulf nations, Ukraine need them to intercept the hypersonic missile of Russia, because they already have the opportunity to manufacture how to counter Iranian drones that Russia is using. So they need more of this Iron Dome defense system in Ukraine. So Ukraine is stepping out to providing solution. Now, I'm glad Ukraine is now great again. Ukraine is now great again. People will now be going to Ukraine to negotiate for all these things. Anyway, let's look at what is about to happen in the Middle East from this moment onward. Because very unfortunately, America bombers and P-2 State Spirit plane, they have, let me say, destroyed many Iranian drones and missile systems on the ground. If they did not destroy them, they have locked access to them. They bombed so many of them. Who leaked this secret to them? It was Iranian Revolutionary Guard members who were close to Ayatollah. And he was a member of Mossad. So he leaked all this position to Ukraine and Israel. So Ukraine at this moment still have missiles, but very, very limited. That is why you're seeing that they are now sending missile to Israel once in 3 days now. They are trying to delay it so that people will think that they are still fighting. Why using drones? They have a lot of drones. In fact, they keep drones even in their houses, in mosques, everywhere. The drone is everywhere. So the drone they are using now to attack Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, they are really attacking them all. So all these drones is where the game-changing Ukraine comes in. It is over. But let's watch and see what is going to happen. But I want to let you know that Ukraine is becoming great once again. And this is what was expected that the Biafran people in Nigeria then, after the war, supposed to do. But Nigeria stopped them. This is the story of a great nation in Africa that Britain and some people in Nigeria never want to come out. They don't want them to come out. They don't want them to be great. They don't want them to release their technologies to the world. But you know what? If one road closes, another one will open. There are, plans to go back to these, technologies. We are deploying talents. We are planning. We are meeting. If Nigeria did not give us a way to do all these things, I know so many Nigerians who are in Russia, who are in US, who are in Israel, who are in all these countries. They are into their technological system. They are doing absolutely well. So many of them, the world don't want you to know it. The world don't want you to know it. So if Nigeria, Africa refuse that we are not going to grow from there, no problem. We'll grow from elsewhere. But I just want to let you know that you see all these interceptors, all these things you are seeing, we have the people, the human resources that knows how to do all these things. And we'll get there. Congratulations to Ukraine.